Alive? Alive? I assume? Owie! I like Owie. Here's who I was initially sticking with. My initial favorites were, before Chapter 2 happened, were Kyoko, Aoi, Chihiro, and Celeste. Those were my favorites. But, some of them had died. Alright, load game. Chapter 2. Investigation. The morning. Load this game? Yes. Continue. Yeah. Alright, so Chihiro is dead. That's what we know. I thought... So here's my line of thinking. I was thinking, it had to have been a girl who murdered her, because it took place in the girls' locker room. And Monokuma earlier said, only girls can enter the girls' locker room. Any boy who tries to enter will be shot down by the turrets, and you are not allowed to swap ID cards. So I think the culprit has to have been a girl. Everyone, I think the obvious is Sakura, because there's a fucking weight here. It wants you to think it's Sakura. I don't think it was at all. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon? Right. I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Byakuya. Byakuya is a bit of a fucking idiot. I think it's a lie. He's smart, but he's a cunt. Locker room dumbbell has been added. All right. If you're unaware, once a murder happens, you have to find clues. Find clues and then piece them together as to who would have done it. There's fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. See, like, the dumbbell looks like it's about 500 pounds, and you would only associate with Sakura being capable of picking that up, which is, I think, what the killer wanted. But Chihiro is so, like, small and weak. I think anyone could have killed her. I mainly lean towards Toko right now, because she's fucking insane. The poster got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Yeah, I assume so. Bloodlust. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind bloodlust? Oh, right, Jack. My man, Jack. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. Well, I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she'd wanted to get stronger. So you're saying that she came here to exercise at 2 a.m.? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Exactly. Why would she have been exercising that late? Perhaps. Ino or myself are usually in the locker room during the day. So she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came here to exercise in the middle of the night? Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine that she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying that she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? That she would have also come here with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account has been added to the truth section. Interesting. Who would she have worked out with? She worked out with a boy? I doubt it. No boys allowed. If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. Fuck you, Byakuya. Dude, I really have a complex about being weak. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need is to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get that stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help but wonder what it might be. She was embarrassed that she was such a small, cute bean. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true,
Let's
but
go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy, I got caught up in the wrong person this time. What about Kyoko? I didn't talk about Kyoko. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? I mean, it's no fun. Someone's murdered, you fucking freak. The gun. Maybe the gun was used to... No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would have been riddled with holes. Exactly? Exactly? There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, which have nothing to do with the case. Oh, isn't that nice? What do you mean it's already here? The camera? The clock? The door? The code? If I remember correct, the card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said, then quickly clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Yeah. Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question
You
for
need
you.
something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card
Yeah?
reader. Yes, the card reader have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correct. So then, that means only girls can enter the girls' locker room, and only boys can enter the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
other words-
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right? Of course. What happened to him just saying? It's no fun if you don't figure it out yourself. What, now that he thinks that I got it, now he's gonna fucking narrate everything to me? Fuck you, Byakuya.
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. I already knew this. I knew this right from the beginning. The moment I found Chihiro's body, all of these clues were already in my head. Makoto's just slowing me down. And now Byakuya's insulting me for how slow Makoto is. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you this entire time. I know! Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning an e-handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out a loophole in the regulations? Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. Alright, never mind. They sort of just poked the hole in that. Just like, you're not allowed to take it, but you can borrow it. So a guy could have borrowed it. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, there are not many people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole? But in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have had to loan it. So,
Why you?
so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
Jeez. Well, I know that you're unfortunately lacking in the mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added to the truth bullets. Let's just get everyone together, be like, hey, who lent out their handbook? Emergency meeting! We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? What is this? That's a mailbox. Do we get mail? There are machine guns. Did I get mail? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? You finally found them. This was the first place I looked, you cunt. Han, did you know these were here, Byakuya? Are these the dead students? If I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of the dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned to one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka Maizono. Right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, now I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you this entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. The act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. It means you could steal it. You could steal someone's handbook as long as you give it back. That's borrowing. That's essentially what that loaning is. Just taking for a temporary time. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Ah, shit. This just added way more difficulty. New handbook has been added. Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? It's Junko's. The other handbook shown Junko's name on it when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
See.
It would make sense, yes? After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Ah! We're just gonna cut back to this scene, eh? This fucking murder that I felt very guilty about. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that Mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. Jesus Christ, never cut to his death again. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey! Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a big, super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
That's impossible!
Whoops. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. But, even my amazing handbooks do have a single weak point. It does.
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want to go breaking any more handbooks. Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What do you mean? It's fucking not plugged into the wall? Just ran out of juice? Leon hadn't been charging it? What are you talking about? What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Hold the power button. Hold the power. Don't press the. Hold it for 10 seconds. It'll restart. Then plug it into the wall. Well, I don't see any connections to the cases, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Interesting. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Shit! Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What do you mean, not quite, you cunt? I'm doing this for Chihiro. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed
Don't make me
Chihiro?
repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. How would you know? He did write Bloodlust on the wall, which is his call sign, but that doesn't mean anything. He'd just be a copycat killer. The murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attending suddenly, then slipping away before the police catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could he really be one of us? A demented psychotic killer like that? We're all high school students. How'd he kill thousands of people by, like, the age of 17? What the fuck? You're not wrong, I wonder. You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. Unless someone's lying about their age. Which would be a woman. If someone were to lie about their age. Surely it'd be one of the girls. I have something that will prove it. And I can show you. You gonna show me? What do you mean by that? Oh, shit. Yeah. Genocide Jack. And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you. Genocide Jack is one of us. What do you mean? Is there really proof? There is somewhere I'd like to take you. This will prove all the evidence you need.
Clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence... Is something really like that? Ah, hey, you two. Owie! Big trouble. Need your help. We're busy. Leave us... Don't you dare fucking say the words. There's been another murder. Don't say it. Don't say it. It's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, you gotta help me. Yeah, okay, I'm going with you, Owie.
Please.
This is a serious emergency. Please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. What the fuck you talking about? Emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a few seconds to see what's going on with her. You sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Yeah. Alright, let's just go in Toko's room, slit her throat, snap her neck. Both of those things. Call it a day. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms. Toko's room, most likely. Junko. Chihiro. The fuck is Toko's door? Here it is. It's Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? You gonna let me in? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Hey, Toko! I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open and silently. Slowly and silently. Yes, the door swung open slowly. That was a contradicting statement. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you. Putting yourself up in your room.
Uh-oh. Voice acting. That can only mean bad things.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up just for a second?
Let's just open the door. Just open the door a little bit.
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
She's Genocide Jack. It's an alternate personality. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. That's exact. She just fucking admitted to it. What was that? She's been acting like that this whole time. When I rang a little while ago, she just fucking admitted to it. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Well, it doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko is so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Fuck that, we're not getting her out of there. She's Genocide Jack. Fucking, she's a multiple personality disorder. What? No, leave her in there. Fucking call a meeting, emergency meeting, launch her out the goddamn airlock. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her to come out of her room? I mean, oh yeah, I forgot she had a crush on him.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Are you gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you really can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments... Dude, imagine she lets Byakuya in and then she kills him. You're all so annoying. Bacula! Bacula.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, then that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye. Aoi, you do not stay here. Let's put, like, Hifumi here. Just in case Genocide Jack wants to fucking kill again, you are not in the fucking line of fire. Put someone we don't want outside the door. That's what I say. That's what I rule. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library. Yeah, he's always here. Come on, let's go in. This is very much not like the other investigation. I'm being drugged around by Byakuya this entire time. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. You want me to search the fucking libraries of that stupid book you've been reading this entire time? There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. What's this? There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. Why is the light plugged into the floor? Knock it off. What did the desk lamp matter right now? What are you talking about, dude? The letter? There's no point in checking there. We need to find something else. What is he on about? There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. You okay, buddy? Kind of pissing me off. This does not last nearly long enough. And check that stuff. I think I already checked this. Does he mean we need to not be in here right now? What's he on about? If I remember, the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Oh, I thought that was the exit. I thought that was the outside door.
Let's go.
Oh, here? It all makes sense once you're inside. No, it does make sense. I do remember seeing that there was an extra door to the library. I just kept thinking, I've never actually entered here. I've always thought it was just like the exit door. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust,
So
too.
in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. I wonder if Byakuya uncovered that Toko was Genocide Jack and then manipulated her to kill Chihiro. They might be in on it together. He might be like so smart that he's trying to like manipulate Toko to take the blame, pin all of the evidence on her, and then get out of here scot-free. He might be one of those cunts. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. If there was an extension cord plugged in there, it would prove very useful while I was in the library. If there was an extension cord plugged in there, it proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Yo, it's Benny. Thank you for the follow. There was an extension cord in the library. Here's another lamp. You want to piss at me with this fucking lamp again, you bitch? Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
You have a problem with that lamp? It was here before. Then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. I'm not buying it. Your story ain't adding up, buddy. There's tons of thick files. Ah, thick. I lost. Stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? Why are you looking through them? There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all of the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truths for commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? Sundad? No, I mean the ones with real power. The Secret Council, controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. I think something has to do with the lamp. The stuff is shoved tight with files without really thinking about it. I picked one up at random. You really have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh? That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up for peeking at it. Was he trying to scare me off from all this? Without making a sound, I returned to the file from the shelf. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone could have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much hope Peaks truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all of this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what do you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. How do you know? Hold on a second. You're saying that you've read all of these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other words,
I've already told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all the levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was a kid. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all of those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. Jesus fucking Christ, he's part of the Illuminati. He's been interested in the Genocide Jack case. Genocide Jack is in the fucking group. Oh, is he not smart enough? Maybe he is smart enough to stop Monokuma. How would he be part of like this secret organization that runs the world? Yet Monokuma has like kidnapped all of them and is like orchestrating such a complex thing. It's fucking wild. Because there are so many, allow me to summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second, it's when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. Exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. That's easy. That's easy, though. That's like super easy copycat killer potential. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, when the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were the members of the police and the higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. Alright, fair enough. So, how could the killer have known about the suspending of the victim? That's the key question. But in fact, how do you know about it? I guess you're fucking Illuminati, so that's different. I guess that answers that. The answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
the culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words,
that right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself amongst the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us.
interesting.
Among us! They are among us! Name drop! Launch them out the airlock! Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down onto your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Fuck you. He did it. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack, could you let me see it?
Fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I'll give you it this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached out the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Jesus, the name of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. As with the other cases at this bloodlust written on the wall, scissors used in the murder were apparently custom made, with every pair left at each murder scene. Scissors. Scissors seem to be a common factor. Why was Chihiro murdered with a blunt weapon if, like, scissors are written on all of these? Ken Harada, Tatsuro Honda, 17, 23, 14, 30. All of these names, there was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended exactly in the same way. In the second scene, every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. What about the scissors? Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may have potentially suffered from a dissociative identity disorder. I said that. I said multiple personality. I always say multiple personality. Dude, it's like Krieg.
So in other words...
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one's way more unbelievable than anything else till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Jesus fucking Christ. Genocide Jack has been added to the file in my handbook. Alright, we should be going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya? I mean, clearly it's Toko. The question is Toko being manipulated? As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that? Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together this whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's really the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene of the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info and might find useful at the time. I need to find out everything that I can. I need to go back in here and check out this fucking light that he was being such a bitch about. Why was he like telling me? Why is he yelling at me about the light? Is this important? This lamp, why isn't it turning on? Oh, it's not plugged in. Why isn't it plugged in? There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. I don't fucking believe it. Why is the light not plugged in? This doesn't make sense. Why is he being such a cunt about the light? Why did he swap lights? Did he hit her with a light? If I go back into that closet, am I gonna find blood on that little lamp? You bash her with a lamp? He's fucking leading me too much. Why is he leading the charge? I know he took an interest in the Genocide Jack case. Why is he fucking leading the charge like a freak? This desk lamp. Byakuya grabbed the other one from over and put it over there. I'm sure it's dark over there. I don't know. I guess not. I don't buy it. Something's fucking odd about that. Something just doesn't add up about that. Alright, where is everyone? If Fumi is in the hallway pool... I know my webcam... I learned my webcam is blocking this. My bad. Is blocking something of the characters. It blocks, like, the first character. Ding, ding, ding. Ifumi has discovered evidence revealing the true identity of the culprit. Another stat increased for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it. I'm sure of it.
Oh, he's back into his nerd voice. But I guarantee you that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. You sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when girls bully the boy she really likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Alright, before we check out the girls' locker room, let's see what Celeste has to say. Wherever she is. The warehouse. She is in the warehouse. How do I fast travel? Take me there. Take me there. Shit. Why can't I fast travel to this floor? It's so unusual. Yeah, leave. Ah, I'm here. I'm stuck here now. Let's check out the boys' room first. What do we call those? What? What are you referring to? What do we call what? Oh, the poster. This changed. I thought the boys' room had the girls, that sexy girl poster in it. Huh? This poster. The popular boy band called Tornado. About a windy female deer. Somehow it doesn't quite fit in the boys' locker room. Yeah, the fucking poster switch. I fucking took note that that sexy girl poster was in here when I entered it a while ago. And now there's a new boy poster here? Someone swapped posters. I'm telling you. Why am I here? Do I need to be here? Take me to this door. Am I fucking just standing in the pool? Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers. Guess not. Hey, you got a coin, baby. Am I just standing in the pool right now? Alright, get me out of here. I don't want to be in here. Yeah. Put me in the girls' locker room. What else can I investigate? Apparently nothing. The floor? Oh, there's a fucking blood stain. The strange stain on the carpet. What is this? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Why does this mimic the girls' room? Am I in the girls' room? Did they fucking swap signs again? Let me out of here. Why is there blood on the boys' locker room floor? The fuck? It just doesn't add up. Yeah, the poster. Show me the poster again. The bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part of it. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. But wait, that reminds me. The poster of the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. The boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. The girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Jesus Christ. Do girls like the boy band? I guess they do. Could these posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? That would mean the murder... The murder took place in the boys' locker room. And then dragged to the girls' locker room, and then they just swapped the posters. Fucking drenched her blood on the carpet. Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. 2 locker room posters have been added to the shit. Sakura, what'd you find? Oh, you talking about the Tsundere Yandere thing? Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking, but I have to get going. I've noticed I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. And her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. That is it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely something... I mean, you're borrowing it, I guess. She didn't loan it out. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think that the posters in the boys' and locker rooms could have been switched? Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid attention to the posters. I see. But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? Protein coffee? I've never heard of it. In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and go down a glass after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilt some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. Oh! That was the stain we just saw. The stain? But I don't see the stain on the carpet now. Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean, as if there wasn't ever a stain there to begin with? So what, the boys and girls locker room switched? That wouldn't make sense. Sakura would notice that, like, oh, I always go into the left door, and now I go into the right door? What? That's weird. So it's like, everything has just been switched. They moved the carpet, they moved the posters. The murder took place in the boys' locker room. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. Mondo, what do you have to say about this whole thing? Dude has a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking, need to get stronger. He says the same thing. We've already talked to him about this. Chihiro complex. The body. Alright, there were scissors, stab wounds on all of the files. I know she said thoroughly, but what? I do have my limits. I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug? Oh! The light! It's not a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means something struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through Genocide Jack files, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body has been added. Well, the one thing that's most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure out, there's a certain place you need to visit and look over again. Dude, I already looked at the light! Ah, I knew the light was a fucking weird thing. Plus, it might help to look at Genocide Jack case file one more time. Look at the file again? How do I check the file? File. Data. Oh, not at this. How do I check it? Truth bullets. The Genocide Jack file. Alright, I think that was more of a, like, you should check this out. Alright. Dude, why is Byakuya? Byakuya spent all of his time at, I'm telling you. I think Byakuya is a little too smart. I think he might have set up Toko. Map. Also, meanwhile, Celeste said she had fucking something important. Celeste had important info. She's in the storage. The warehouse. Whoops. Map. Warehouse is over here. Celeste, I have some questions to ask of you. You said you had something important. Celeste, what are you doing in here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels. There's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really?
Indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
Ooh, she does have a gym bag. What's leaning out of her shirt? Why does she have like a button-up shirt hanging out of her bag?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh,
You're right.
it's a track jacket.
Right, well,
Oops.
I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Interesting. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly into the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Celeste, no! Why would you say that? She was one of the good ones. She went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of a track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said when she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Oh! Forgot about that. Alright, Celeste, thanks for the info. Alright, we're on the search for a duffel bag and or a track jacket. Theoretically, that would just be in the lockers. Aoi was in the kitchen? Where was Aoi? Aoi's in the dining hall. Yeah, what are you doing in the dining hall? Sus? Celeste isn't sus. Celeste is clear. Celeste is, clear right now. Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out and she just keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry. Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There are two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with? Yeah, she was a little strange. Don't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all of the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. I don't think she was. I hung out with her and I gave her a gift and she didn't coom over me. As much as I wanted Chihiro to win, as much as I wanted to win her admiration, it didn't work. All right, guys are back on the table. The murderous fiend. Could be a guy. It could be fucking Hero. I haven't seen this guy in ages. Where is he? What is he doing? All right, let's talk to you first. Jesus fucking Christ. I thought you were right there. You freaking me though. Fuck out. Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. I think Taka is clear. I honestly think Taka is clear. Where is the main hall? Is this the main hall? I don't go here often. Alright. Hiro, what are you doing here? Oh, hey, Makoto, what's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Maybe that... No, that couldn't have just been a hint. Surely he wouldn't have been here if I haven't looked inside the mailbox yet. There's a mailbox here, and inside, Juko, Leon, and Sayaka's handbooks. It looks like some of the handbooks our dead students are brought here to the mailbox somehow. Rule says loaning your handbooks is prohibited, only lending. In other words, there's no problem with borrowing one. It also looks like Leon's handbook refuses to turn on, but according to Monokuma, it shouldn't be broken. Is this really unrelated to the case? Why would he say that? Surely by this point in the story, he doesn't spawn here. Until I've already done Byakuya's, like, little side quest. Ah, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing? Why would you say that? What a freak. Who else? Oh, the archive is where I'm supposed to go, in the library. Oh, right, there were still clues in the library and the archive. Forgot about that. Forgot that we uncovered the rope was the lamp that Byakuya was being a little bitch about. Triple bitch. Triple B's is what I like to call him. Nobody likes Hero. I don't like Hero. He's a freak. The lamp. Alright, that's not the lamp. Maybe there's a clue here? Guess not. Yeah, I missed. The lamp won't turn on. I see it's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. That's right, Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... library desk lamp has been added to the truth bullets. Byakuya is sus. Byakuya is hella sus. He's like suspect number 2. I think Genocide Jack is amongst us, but I think... Here's what I think. Here's what I think this game has done. I think this game has told us the information. They said Genocide Jack only killed on like holidays and weekends and shit like that. I think that's telling us like for the future. So I think it's meant to lead us to think Genocide Jack is the killer right now, but it's not actually the killer. And someone is setting up Genocide Jack to be the killer. I think Byakuya is the fucking killer right now. I think he's fucking set her up. And then, like, Genocide Jack is gonna come into play later on. Byakuya grabbed the one thing from over there and put it over here. I'm sure it's dark over there. Nah, I want to take another look at Genocide Jack case file. I know it's somewhere around here. It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would know to do something like that. I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Uh-oh.
I'm getting
Oh my god, I felt like I didn't solve anything. I feel like I didn't solve anything. What about her suit? What about her tracksuit? I didn't even find that.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial.
I think it's Byakuya.
You remember where to meet, right?
I think he was fucking trying to pin it on Toko.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
I'm willing to bet the whole kit and caboodle that it was Byakuya. Begin the class trial or about to begin? Ah, shit. I've already forgotten all the controls for the shit, for the stuff. The red door, it's right through here. Who's behind me? Who's behind me? Let it begin. So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone? Yo, Toko's not here. And Toko is. You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding, I'm kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like that, he said, and just as he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You are terrible. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. You did, you fucking bitch. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Let it unfold. Someone made a choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. What do you have to say for yourself? I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far logic can take you. Dude, he thinks he can emotionally manipulate me. And he is wrong. Well, maybe Makoto. Makoto's a bit of a fucking idiot. But me? I think not. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop the speculating. Let it begin. The steel box sank with a heavy clunking sound deeper and deeper into the ground, and as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop.